federal program on WROI Giant FM and streaming live on the First Federal Facebook page.
Yes, indeed, it is Friday morning. It is an absolutely beautiful Friday morning. The sun is shining. We're sitting in warm temperatures at 52 degrees. And we've got Evan Gottschalk joining us this morning for the First Federal program. Good morning, Evan.
Hey, good morning. Maybe we ought to go fishing after this.
Let's do it.
It's finally warm enough that I might want to.
Yeah, we'll just blow off the rest of the day's work and just go fishing.
Yeah, talk about life.
Yeah, and Tanner can go golfing.
Prepare for our next show.
Yep.
Sounds like a good plan.
I'm all for it.
Hey, it's also Cinco de Mayo today.
It is. It is. A nice day to celebrate.
I expected sombreros for us to wear. I thought maybe WROI would be providing a few things, some noisemakers.
I leave that to Tanner.
We'll have to remember that for next year, Tanner. Put it on the calendar.
All right.
Also, tonight, Rochester Youth Baseball Parade.
Yes.
Candy.
6 o'clock.
Candy on Main Street.
You gotta love it.
Yep. We're going to find a good spot to hunker down, and we're providing 2 bags of candy for the event from the Gottschalk family.
All right.
For our
big bags, little bags, combo bags.
It's kind of the bigger bag.
All right.
So I think
we'll make
opportunity will knock.
I'm going to try to be at the corner here
at
8th and Main, so make sure your kids check it.
I'll give them the scouting report.
All right.
So what's your favorite thing about May, Paul?
Warmer weather and even more sports.
Yeah. Big race guy? You like
Derby
or
I'm a big fan of the IRL, so I'm always excited for race month here in Indiana.
Me too. I like thinking about that. And so Tanner even updated our logo with a little race theme.
I saw that.
Did you see that? I like that. That was a good touch.
It's about time he gets creative.
Our family always does a little draft of the drivers, so we actually end up with 4 drivers out of the 6 of us, and that's really fun.
Yeah.
Then the kids are interested in paying attention for most of it.
Well, of course, and you'll be able to listen to it right here on WROI.
I like that.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll be outside and just listen to it this year.
There you go. Qualifications and the race.
I like it. Okay. Now, Tanner mentioned that we got some good trivia this morning.
I'm hoping. Better be easy, Tanner.
I thought you liked the tough stuff. Not so much.
Sometimes it's nice to have an easy one.
Well, today is National Astronaut Day.
Okay.
So if you like the great unknown space, this might be for you. What astronaut is known for hitting a golf ball on the moon?
Okay.
Neil Armstrong, John Glenn, Buzz Aldrin, or Alan Shepard?
All right. I will think on this. I think I know, but I'll probably be wrong if I answer now. So I'll continue to think the whole show.
That just means he'll probably get it right at the end.
Yeah, probably not. Probably not.
Well, tell us a little bit about sports this morning, Tanner.
Yeah, you were talking about Indy 500, and I got my mind thinking I didn't even have it written down, but the Kentucky Derby's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Another big sporting event when it comes around May.
Yeah.
Always an interesting one. I know your family in the past has done some draw out the name of a horse.
More of a random draw for the Kentucky Derby where you get one horse.
Yeah. That makes that fun too. It's always fun to watch. It's one of those events you watch and the pre-race coverage is all intense and detailed, and then the race itself's 2 minutes long.
And it'll be interesting with the amount of horses they've lost over the last week.
Yeah, I saw that in the news yesterday. What, 4?
Yeah, 4 in, I think, 4 days.
Yeah, I saw there's going to be an investigation going on at Churchill Downs to figure out what's going on, what's the cause of this. So that's not good, but it'll be interesting tomorrow. It's always interesting what celebrities are in attendance.
Yep.
The big hats, the fancy dresses, suits.
It's a fun tradition.
Yeah.
Evan going?
No, I've never been. No.
See, the biggest celebrity will not be there.
Maybe we should report live from there for WRI next year.
We can set that up.
I'm all for it. So that's always a fun event to watch, and then then the race for the Triple Crown, which used to be, it's still a great accomplishment, but it used to be really something. I feel like now we've had 2 or 3 horses do it within the last decade. takes the luster off it a little bit.
I think so.
But still, I mean, to win the 3 big horse races, you're doing something right.
Yeah.
Horse racing is still big business.
It is. It is. I don't see that going away anytime soon.
No.
We got the NBA playoffs going on right now, pretty hot and heavy. Each series has 2 games under its belt now in the semifinals here. Semifinals for the conference, I should say, not the conference finals or semifinals overall. But the Golden State Warriors beat the Lakers 127-100 last night to even up that series 1 game apiece. I think that's kind of the big rating draw. You got LeBron against Steph Curry, and this history around the Lakers against Golden State, who's been the winningest franchise in the last decade. So.
And these 2 guys have faced off a lot late in the playoffs, haven't they?
A lot.
LeBron James was in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, Cleveland against Golden State for years. So.
Who are you rooting for in that one?
I really don't like either team. The Lakers have won enough historically, and I kind of have Warrior fatigue. I picked the Lakers to beat them going into the series, so I guess from that standpoint, I'll say Lakers. But really, I'm rooting for the Nuggets or the Suns to come out of the West. Hopefully the Nuggets, they're what I want the Pacers to be. They're built the right way, kind of a small market team in terms of NBA.
So that's a good thought.
Yeah, Nuggets are up 2-0 on the Suns in that series. Game 3's tonight in Phoenix. On the Eastern Conference side, you got 1 game apiece, Boston and Philadelphia. I think Boston will come out of that series. I was surprised Philadelphia took game 1, but I think Boston woke up and kind of put it on in game 2.
Laid them out of the woodshed on the second game.
And then the Knicks and the Heat are 1 game apiece. Knicks probably should be up 2-0. They blew a double-digit lead in the 4th quarter in game 1. That's an interesting series because you got the Heat as the 8th seed, but they've won a lot the last decade. But a lot of those players, LeBron, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, who did the winning, aren't there anymore. And then you got the Knicks, who haven't won much in about 3 decades coming up. So, and their fans are acting like they haven't won much because when they won a game or they're around 1 series, you would have thought they won the NBA Finals. How they react on social media, but. That's okay. That's all right. That's what makes them fun. So, some interesting teams in the mix this year. And then the MLB, all the local teams are struggling right now, record-wise. The Cleveland Guardians are 14-17, but they are better than the White Sox within their division, who are 10-22. You got the St. Louis Cardinals at 10-22, worst record right now in the National League. When's the last time we could say that? It's been a long time.
We can say that a lot more often.
I would like saying that more often.
A
lot of Cardinals fans.
A lot of Cardinals fans. I got the Cubs and Reds within the same division. Reds are 13-18, and the Cubs are 15-16. A lot of baseball left to be played, though. We're just now in May. We got baseball going through then in September into October when the postseason starts.
This will be the last time we talk about it until when? August or September?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, until next week. So, but
because he likes to rub the Yankees.
I mean, they're 17-15, but they're last in the AL East, so I really don't want to talk about them. And they're very injured too. Not saying that's an excuse, but
sounded like
when you have that big a payroll, you don't really have an excuse. So. But there's been some interesting teams. I mean, Pittsburgh Pirates are off to
I always like that when they play well.
And now it's a case of is the other shoe going to drop, or are they going to ride it out and be a surprise team? We'll just have to see. So I got some tidbits here this morning, Paul. This first one is baseball related. On this day in 1904, Cy Young pitched the first perfect game in the modern baseball era. As the Boston Americans beat the Philadelphia Athletics 3-0.
I think Cy Young did pretty well for himself.
Yeah, he's got an award named after himself.
His name continues.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I've never heard of the Boston Americans, by the way.
I hadn't either. On this day in 1962, West Side Story, the soundtrack album for that movie, went #1 and stayed #1 for 54 weeks.
Doesn't surprise me.
Which is more than 20 weeks longer than any other album.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's not even close.
No.
That's shocking.
No.
That thing did well.
Yes, it did. Still on TV today.
Yeah, there are still people that get offended when you say, I've never seen West Side Story.
I've seen it, so I can't be one of those people.
I've never seen it. Are you offended?
I've never seen it.
Okay.
So.
I saw it in middle school required class. It wasn't for that, I don't think.
see, I didn't do
I don't
Wire.
think I was.
We're gonna watch it this weekend.
Probably not.
Sick,
Probably
okay.
not. But
Maybe
it's
the
been a
fiance
few
likes
years.
it.
Yeah.
She might. I'll have to ask her that. She likes Grease a lot, so she's probably
Probably.
into
Well,
that.
see, I like Grease, but I've never seen West Side Story. So.
Well, see, so now you got something to add to your list to watch.
Nope.
On this day in 1986, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Foundation announced that Cleveland, Ohio was going to be the site of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Museum. Still is today.
Because Cleveland rocks.
Oh gosh.
I've never been. Never been to that.
I have not either.
I
It's
haven't
on my
either.
I've
bucket
heard
list.
it's pretty neat.
Yeah, I would like to.
I've been around it. So I went to a Broncos-Browns game, which is the stadium's not too far away from the museum, but haven't been.
Should have gone the day before and visited.
We should.
I know. Sounds like you avoided it.
Playing better.
Next time. And today, like our trivia question mentioned, is National Astronaut Day. It's also National Concert Day, which I saw as part of the WI question of the day today.
Yeah.
Last concert I went to was in 2021 at Wrigley Field. I went to a Green Day, Fall Out Boy, and Weezer concert.
All
It was
right.
pretty fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
And that was cool seeing a concert in a big time stadium too.
Yeah.
It was a
It's
cool
a neat venue.
experience. Today's also Revenge of the 5th.
Yes.
Kind of a play off of yesterday, May the 4th be
Yep.
with you.
And Revenge of the Sith.
Correct. It's also Nail Day.
Mm-hmm.
All those ladies out there, if they need excuse to
No, I was
get
thinking
done.
construction.
We're talking about fingernails today, so.
Okay.
Go get your nails done, ladies.
It's also Cinco de Mayo.
Yep.
It's National Hoagie Day.
Okay.
Underrated sandwich.
Yes. National Space Day, that's fitting with National Astronaut Day.
Mm-hmm.
National No Pants Day.
Warm enough
fine.
for
Warm enough
shorts.
for shorts.
It's shorts.
Yeah, okay. All right.
And International Tuba Day.
Okay.
Ooh, tuba.
Tuba.
You gotta be, and this is gonna sound bad, and I don't mean it that way. You gotta be a special kind of person to play the tuba. That thing is so big, you got to want to play it.
Here's a funny story. I was recruited by the band director in high school to play the tuba.
What?
Yes.
You probably as much as the tuba.
And the reason being was the guy who was graduating that year, I think I was a sophomore at the time, the guy who was graduating was my size, if not a little smaller. He said, if he can do it, I think you can do it.
All right.
I respectfully declined to sing in choir. So,
The angelic voice.
yeah, oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's always tomorrow for the tuba.
Yeah.
Never too late to learn, right?
No, your career isn't over yet.
You know, there's one just down the road from your house.
There it is.
You could go buy.
That's
a
true.
I could. I won't. But I could. So, we got some upcoming local events going on.
Yes, we do.
The Times Theater, we've been doing a great job showing different movies and
They have,
different shows
yeah.
every weekend. That continues
Lot of
this
variety.
weekend. Showing Moana tomorrow at 10 a.m.
Good
That's
movie.
free for kids 12 and under.
It is a good one. It's a good soundtrack.
Yeah.
And then they're showing the Woman King at 7 p.m.
Okay.
tomorrow night. And then also showing a movie on Sunday,
Oh.
Jesus Revolution. Will
Ah.
be showing at 2 o'clock on Sunday, and that's free admission for
Okay.
everybody.
So some good movies this
Yeah.
weekend.
Yep.
Yep.
It's a good slate.
Yep.
And then I see the Fulton County Solid Waste District's holding a tire collection day tomorrow.
Yes.
Oh, that's so nice.
It's that time of year that
Yeah.
they're doing that. That's from 8 to noon. There is a 4 tire per person limit, and tires must be removed from the rings.
All right.
So
I didn't have to add anything. I was going to add stuff. He covered it all.
Well, tires are one of the items where every single human's like, well, how do I get rid of this?
yeah, what am I going to do
Yeah.
with these? They're taking up space in the garage.
They were, good for yard decoration for a while. Now I'm fed up with all what I do with them.
That's true.
That's awesome.
And they will take the inner tubes too.
Yes.
So that's another thing to note. So.
Yeah, that was the origin of the tire swing.
Yes.
What else are we gonna do with this?
Yeah.
True. That's a good point.
Yeah, it was a good flower pot for a while. What are we going to do with it now?
Wiffle ball
Get into a
bases.
swing.
If people play wiffle ball still, you can use
Oh,
a
wiffle ball's underrated, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
It's a fun sport.
We used to play soakouts. No matter what kind of ball we were playing with, though.
Yeah.
Did any girls playing when you played sookouts?
I'm sure there were at one time, but
It's pretty
that's a good
impressive.
question.
Usually they don't like to put themselves in danger like
I remember the older we got, we upgraded to tennis balls, and then we didn't play soakouts.
that.
Not as often.
Yeah.
Maybe once in a while.
Well, we'd like to give some flowers from the show this morning to the Chamber, the Rochester and Lake Manitowoc, Fulton County Chamber of Commerce Gala was last weekend. So the award winners were RTC, Newbie Services, Mark Kepler, and Rex and Chris Robinson. Congratulations to all the award winners for our community for all the great things that you've been doing. In money news, it's been rough on the stock markets, Paul. You know that.
Oh yeah.
The market indexes fell for the fourth day in a row yesterday, and the Dow is now negative for the year, just a little bit.
Yeah.
But hey, futures are up for today.
That's always a plus.
Maybe back in the green after today is over with. So you always got to look at the positive. And Apple posted some good earnings last night after the markets closed. So that iPhone sales are still really big.
I don't think they have to worry about that. Not selling well. They got that brand loyalty. They're one of those companies that they got their loyalists.
You're right about that.
And there's certain people who have to have the new iPhone every time it comes out.
Probably developed some of the strongest brand
Yeah.
In these last 20 years or so.
Yeah. And you got to give it to Apple. They'll change like one thing, release a new phone, and people will line up days
Still
in
excited
advance.
about it. That's right.
Yeah.
They could have somebody could have just bought a new iPhone. They'll come out with a new version, and they'll go wait in line for 3-4 days to get it.
Okay, before next week's show, we need to get a good trivia question: how many iPhones exist on the planet?
That would be interesting.
Ooh.
I'm just curious now that you're saying that.
Yeah.
We should check that out. Okay, well, this week, the Federal Reserve Open Market Committee, that's the group of Federal Reserve governors that determine the overnight borrowing rate.
Yeah.
They raised that another 0.25%, their 10th raise in 13 months.
Wow.
We're trying to get a handle on inflation, which we're all feeling a little bit here and there on different products and services. So we want them to be successful on that, but the rates have changed so much in such a short period of time, and it's putting a lot of pressure on the economy. So hopefully they get that taken care of sooner than later, and things can start to subside. They want inflation back. Their ideal level is about 2%, Paul.
Okay.
On inflation, and right now it's up more like 5 something, 4 or 5. There's a few different ways to look at inflation, so but it's around that region. But usually they raise interest rates, and it takes a few months for the effect to take place. So they're kind of doing something now to see some results in the future. They don't know exactly what today's change is going to do.
Right.
So kind of makes for some interesting watching and waiting.
Yeah.
When you're in this period, and that's kind of what's happening now. Is everyone's waiting for the next report that comes out the next week just to see what the data's showing, and so they're very technical, a lot of art to it. Hopefully they get it right, and it happens here sooner than later, where inflation actually starts coming down quicker than what it has been.
We can hope.
It's not going up anymore, so that's good.
That's
a
awesome.
plus.
Yep. So the next big topic, of course, is, well, then when does this open market committee start cutting rates?
Yes.
To make sure the economy doesn't go into a hard recession. So I'm glad I'm not on that committee, guys.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we are open 8:30 to 5 today. We're still running a 9-month CD special at 4.32% annual percentage yield, which is a good yield for you. Come in and talk to us about that. We've got an LED lamp speaker, an FSB insulated mug for any checking account openings, or if you refer friends to open those. So we always encourage that. We love being your primary bank, and we will earn that with great service. As well, this month we have a second mortgage special going on. You probably have a great rate on your first mortgage, so we're offering a good rate on a second mortgage for you, but that means you don't have to refinance everything to get a little cash out on your house.
Okay.
And that can be useful for a lot of different things, but a lot of people use that to consolidate other debt they have that's at higher interest rates.
Yeah.
And get it locked into a lower interest rate. So it's a good product. You should call us and ask about that so we can help you with it. All right, well, thank you, Tanner.
Thank you.
I want to introduce our guest this morning, Rick O'Neill. Come on over, buddy.
Morning.
Morning. Good morning. Hey, Rick, nice to have you. You've been on the show before.
Yes, I have.
That's
Yes,
nice
I
of you to
have.
return. That must have meant we weren't too hard on you the first time around.
I don't know. I lost the blueberry donut deal.
You did.
Yes. I think we all lost that one.
Yes, that's right.
But
Well, tell us about, we got an event coming up this month.
yes, on May 29th, which is Memorial Day, the Rochester Optimist Club has their sausage and pancake breakfast. And this year, as in the past 2 years, they're raising funds for the Amber Dyson Scholarship Fund. Amber was our daughter who passed away from cancer, breast cancer, and she was a respiratory therapist, and she went to Vincennes for college, and she when she got sick, she basically told me that she wanted to pay forward, after she got well. Unfortunately, she never got well. The breast cancer metastasized into her bones and her brain, and she passed on. And then she left behind 4 children, 3 of which my wife and I are raising. Lucas is 12, Lucy's 11, and Dexter is 6. So they keep us hopping pretty good.
I bet they do.
So she always wanted to train people in the medical field. That was her goal.
Passion.
And through this scholarship, we're trying to make that a real thing, where she is training people, and we've given away scholarships to Emma Stinson. If I screwed up her last name, I apologize. But Emma is going for X-ray, radiologist, I believe is the term. I'm not sure. But,
Okay.
She's going to IU Kokomo. She was given the first scholarship last year, and our scholarship follows you through school. So
This isn't just a 1-year scholarship.
no, it's 2 years or up to 4 years.
Wow.
Up to 4 years.
That's fantastic.
And Emma's schooling is going to take her 2 years. She did wonderful in school this year, and she is getting a scholarship for the 2nd year. So it's next year, this time, we'll probably be celebrating our first graduation.
That's outstanding.
I think it's a great thing, and the community has embraced it. The Optimist Club, the first year had a record of $8,200 raised.
Wow.
2nd year, $8,600 raised.
We'll get a new record this year, I think.
That's
Rick.
what I'm hoping. I'm actually hoping that we can seal the deal this year. This is all through the Northern Indiana Community Foundation.
Okay.
So in order for it to be perpetual, you got to raise a certain amount of money so the interest covers the scholarship every year.
I see.
And so we're getting close to that mark, and that'll be fantastic. Then the Optimists can move on to raising money for other things.
That's a great cause. I mean, think about what a neat way to honor Amber's memory.
Yeah.
And you've got someone that's doing a great job with the scholarship money, following in Amber's footsteps as she kind of told you, and she wanted to have happen.
Exactly, and we've had businesses embrace this. I mean, last year it was Rochester Iron and Metal, Jason Groove's team. They bought tickets for every employee. I mean, that's
neat.
fantastic.
That is awesome.
It's good with employee relations. Plus, you're helping the community. I mean, it's just a great thing.
One of our local kids can head off to college and learn something about. There's one industry that's not going to decline, and that's the medical industry. There's so many needs. As we age and we live longer, there's just always needs in that area. So it's great. It's a great area.
And Rochester, New Holland has followed suit, done the same thing. I mean, so we've the community has just embraced this, and it's incredible to me. I mean, I'm very, very proud to be part of this, and proud of this community for what they've done.
Rick, if someone wanted to apply for this scholarship in the future, do you know about that process? Do they contact the foundation?
I believe, if they're homeschooled or something like that, they can contact the foundation.
Okay.
This is for all 3 schools. For
Oh, great. In
Valley,
the county?
Rochester, Caston. And it's not necessarily just for the county, it's for the 3 schools. So if you live outside the county and go to one of those schools, you still can apply for the scholarship.
That's great to know. I'm glad you clarified that.
And the scholarship, I believe the due date is February 1st or 2nd.
Okay.
And you see your guidance counselor at school, but if you don't, like I said, if you're being homeschooled, get a hold of Brian or Shannon over at the Community Foundation. They'll help you out. I mean, it's, or you can call me.
We're speaking with Rick O'Neill about the Amber Dyson Scholarship and the pancake breakfast, sausage and pancake breakfast fundraiser for the Optimist Club that's coming up. Why don't you give that information again for our listeners, Rick, if people are just heading to work right now?
Yeah. The pancake breakfast will be Memorial Day, which is May 29th, and I believe it's from 8 till 11, be 7 till 11. I'm not sure. I tend to get there like 5 in the morning.
Yeah, when it starts is irrelevant when you get there at 5, Rick.
The day's a blur, and we have a lot of volunteers. I mean, Churchill Heartland comes over and volunteers, school teachers volunteer, friends and family. Of course, the Optimists, I've never met such a giving group in my life.
Yeah.
They do so much for this community. I don't think
it's not all realized, is it?
No.
I don't think so either.
I mean, I've been an Optimist for 17 years. I've been president, vice president. The people are so giving of their time, of their resources. It's incredible. So.
And then where is that breakfast at?
It will be at the fairgrounds.
Okay.
And tickets, you can get tickets from any Optimist member. You can get tickets at the door. If you can't get tickets, you can call me. I'm going to leave flyers around town.
Oh, great.
So, we're going to try to advertise this. We're going to try to break another record.
Well, what's your phone number in case somebody listening right now is thinking they want to get started on that?
My number is 260-740-1284. And my phone's on 24/7. It's my business phone, so if you don't get me, leave a message. So.
Well, what you're doing to honor and remember your daughter is really exceptional. Knowing what her passion was and the fight that she took on, we're really proud of what's happened and what's taken place here, and Emmett Stinson carrying that on with the current scholarship, and other scholarship recipients in the future will be benefiting from this effort as well. And it's amazing what the Optimist Club's doing to help fundraise for this, and we hope that you achieve that ultimate sustainability level this year with this fundraiser, Rick.
That is our hope, and Amber's kids. I mean, they're in awe of all of us. They saw my name at the bank, and it's like, your name's on the bank.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so,
well, we're honored to have you on this morning, and I appreciate you bringing this information to the community and making sure we all know about it so we can help support it.
Yep, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it.
Yeah, our pleasure, Rick. Thanks a bunch.
Yep.
Well, hey, you might know this trivia question too, Rick. Today's National Astronaut Day, so what astronaut's known for hitting a golf ball on the moon?
I geared up for Cinco de Mayo.
Smart man.
Well, I do know the answer to this one. So.
Okay, we'll let Paul guess first, because I trust you on what you said. Neil Armstrong, John Glenn, Buzz Aldrin, or Alan Shepard?
Alan Shepard.
Rick?
That's correct.
Okay, nice job, guys. We're impressed with you. That's a fun little trivia question. Okay, we're going to end the show today with some words of wisdom from the 40th U.S. President, Ronald Reagan. We can't help everyone, but everyone can help someone.
Those are great words of wisdom. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you again next week.
Thanks for having us on, Paul.
Thank you, guys.